today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Houston Texans.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 24 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket. Able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there taken in by Dorsett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 11. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cook on the toss left. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
On 1st down, Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Wilson. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 13. And complete right side to Cook. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where he deserves, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the shotgun, Wilson. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, a run with Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24, Wilson going for it all. And it'll be intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, the screen pass here to Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Back to throw again.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Throw left side, complete. That's Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
He'll look to throw.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, it's Mostert. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Dallas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.